How's it going, guys? TJ here, and I have a full review of the Apple Watch Series Fair. This is the 2018 model that came out in mid-September. Now, you might be asking yourselves, why did I take over a month to get this review out? Well, it actually wouldn't be because I just didn't have time or didn't want to. I actually intentionally wanted to wait a few weeks this time before I did this review because I think coming from the Series 3 to this one especially, a lot of people may ask themselves, is this a worthy upgrade? And I'm here to tell you that in my experience, and I'm going to go through a few things throughout this video to tell you why, I would say overall, this has been such a pleasant upgrade in terms of the new design, the new performance enhancements, that I would say it is worth the money. And of course, as Apple has been doing with all their products this year, especially, prices have gone up. This is the larger size of the two, the 34mm series for aluminum, and it'll retail at $429. So it is it's definitely a price jump. But the good news is that for that money, you're getting a lot of new enhancements tapped into this little thing. So, first and foremost, I think this deserves the most attention, is the new larger display. This new display is 35% larger, and as you can see, it extends out to the edges of the watch, which I'm sure you've seen this in plenty of videos, but it has to be talked about because that is a major selling point. So, the edges of the display, as you can see there, are just rounded to match the rounded corners of the device, of the body of the watch. So it just looks like a more aesthetically pleasing design. On top of that, the digital crown has been re-engineered this year, so now it does provide that haptic feedback that just feels really nice when you're using it. Would I say it's a crucial feature? No, I wouldn't call it a selling point, but it is something to take note of and keep in mind that it's a nice addition for sure. Perhaps one of the other bigger selling points of this new watch is the fact that it now features a electrical heart rate sensor, which is actually quite awesome because in a device like this that is meant to be your overall health and fitness companion, if you will, it's pretty awesome. So it features two sensors on the side, on the back of the device, and instead of the array of 4 sensors that came on the Series 3 and earlier watches, but it's also the back is now made of I believe it's a ceramic material, which is nice. It adds a nice look to it, and durability-wise, just really nice overall. And the fact that later this year you'll be able to take ECGs with this thing, which is another huge selling point, electrocardiograms, using the new electrical heart rate sensor is something that I think a lot of people will find useful. And again, going back to because it's meant to be your health and fitness companion, that's really handy. Now, again, I like to just say, yes, this is capable of doing ECGs, but keep in mind technology is never perfect. And if something did seem off about it, you should always, of course, contact a health professional. Don't just rely and get freaked out just because of the Apple Watch telling you something. But I think that this goes without saying. So, and again, the ECG feature will be available later this year. And the other good news is, no matter what bands you might have from the past, they are all compatible with the new Series 4, so it doesn't matter. They're all compatible still, thankfully. I got this nice Velcro band. You could call it a stirrup loop knockoff. It's not Apple branded, of course, but I paid much less than I was in Apple. And quite honestly, as far as I can tell, it's the same quality. It's really not that different. It's great. The Velcro is excellent. Just the overall feel of it is very nice. And I paid like $11 on Amazon compared to the $50 you would in Apple itself. But that's just that. So going back to the Apple Watch though, so let's recap this. The new electrical heart rate sensor is huge. The new 35% larger display is big, and it's a huge selling point, and it's really nice. And actually, the watch face I'm using right now is called the Infograph watch face, and that's something that is really handy, and it's only available on this new Series 4. So if you are one of those people that needs to see little tidbits of information, at least several at a time, I would say this larger screen real estate is automatically a better option for you than something like the Series 3 or earlier. So definitely a great thing to have there. And yes, I am filming this video at almost 3 a.m. because I realized I wanted to get this out ASAP. So with that in mind, it doesn't end there. This guy now has the Series 4 chip, which is of course much faster graphically and just in terms of overall power. And that allows for an even smoother experience. Let me tell you guys, if you're like me and you were one of the original Apple Watch buyers and you remember that day one experience of the Apple Watch just being so sluggish. I mean, this is just leaps and bounds ahead of the experience. And you actually wouldn't believe how many people I've spoken to who bought the original Apple Watch and never came back since. So if you're one of those people, now is the time to come back. I promise you that. I wouldn't mislead you. It is the time to come back. This thing is excellent. You know, I kind of, when I got the Series 3, I said that the Series 3 was there to watch should have been from the start. And the Series 4 just adds to that. It builds on it. It's just great. I use the Apple Watch every day. As soon as I wake up, I take my shower, I put it on, and it stays on until I go to bed at night. So I use it. It has become an integral part of my tech lifestyle daily, and including the fitness too. That's just it. You know, I ride my bike around town a lot. Well, not so much on the cold days and it's snowing, but during the seasons when I can, I do. And let me tell you something. I must say, I have found that I do stay even more active with this watch, and it really helps that now there's this new automatic feature in the fitness app that it detects what activity you're doing, and it will ask you if you want to record your activity. So no longer do you have to actively remember to start a workout, which you can still do, obviously. But if you forget, no problem. It'll usually, 9 times out of 10, it'll detect what you're doing, and it will ask you if you want to save it as a workout. And that's really, really handy to have. Now, on top of that, the Series 4 Watch also has fall detection. So if you have balance issues, as I have due to my condition, or if you're elderly or perhaps you can say senior citizen, and you fall, as long as you have that feature enabled, it will ask you if you'd like to call for help. And, you know, you can make jokes all you want. You can say, you know, like, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. But, you know, all kidding aside though, it's actually a really handy feature for people that need it. So, I give that a lot of credit for that as well. So overall, there is a ton of new features that are packed into this guy that make it worth the additional cost. So I'll answer the question on everyone's mind. If you have the Series 3, is it worth the upgrade? I say yes. If you have the Series 2 and earlier, it's a no-brainer, yes, absolutely. And like I said, Series 3, I say yes. Some people might say no, but I think if you can see the value in the new design, and the performance enhancements, and the new features like the heart rate sensor, or the electrical heart rate sensor, and the new digital crown, larger display, and all that good stuff, I say yes, it is definitely worth the money. So with that being said, guys, I hope you found this informative. I intended it to be, it is almost 3 a.m., so again, I might be a little tired. Hopefully I didn't miss anything too major, but I think that covers it nicely. Again, really so impressed with this watch. Apple once again outdid themselves, and I highly recommend it if you are thinking about giving it a chance. And because I am filming this in November, in just a couple of weeks, it'll be Black Friday, time for the holiday shopping season. I'm not saying that you'll get a good deal on it. Usually Apple products are not that great of discounts, but it does make a great gift regardless. And anyone that has an iPhone, I believe now it's 6 and above, you can use this, and it'll be just a great gift for people too. So that being said, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, peace out for now. Also, guys, I forgot to mention that this has a much louder speaker, up to 50% louder than the Series 3, and that really does add to the value that you get from this Series 4 watch. So I thought it was important to mention that, because that's a huge selling point in deciding if you want to get this or not. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and this time I will see you in my next video.